Yo, what is up, people? Welcome back to another video. So today we actually got 3 jobs on the roster, so I figured it'd be a good day to just talk about some stuff. First thing we're gonna go over is like the month of April. Man, that was a busy month for me. Things kicked up, or JRA started pounding the advertisements the right way or something, because holy cow, I mean, I thought last month was good, and it was like probably close to a $7,000 month, but the month of April, man, pretty much doubled those numbers, and I pretty much did it with no help. So that's another thing we're gonna go over. It's like I maybe had 3 or 4 jobs the whole month of April that I actually had someone come out and help me with, and I was banging out jobs. I was doing volume. I was doing 1 to 2 jobs a day, sometimes 3, sometimes 4, 5 days a week, every week through April. Like, there wasn't a single day where I was pretty much just sitting in my room not working it, besides those days that I was sick. But even those days I was down in April, not taking jobs on a Saturday and not taking jobs on that one Thursday I was down, I still did crazy numbers, not even feeling good. I think I had the flu, not 100% sure. But yeah, like I said, 3 jobs on the roster now. If I get any more phone calls, we could possibly get 4 or 5 jobs, which would make this a pretty decent day, big day, close to $1,000 day, who knows. Yeah, let's bang out this job 1, show you guys what we're working with, and then we'll get back to talking about numbers, employees, and stuff like that. So let's get it. All right, these ones are always so tricky. So building 10, I get so many apartment jobs, and it's so annoying. A lot of times the people aren't clear, but this guy was. I made sure I can get better at make sure I ask if there's a building and what unit it is and everything. So 13 on the 2nd floor, probably. That's another thing, you can't block people in when you're at apartments, but I try to be quick, and I'm just gonna block them in real quick. All right, let's do this. All right, well, that was the wrong building. It's building 4, unit 13. Holy cow, look at this parking job. Dresser 1. All right, that's job 1, 135 bucks. Was gonna be 120, but he kept added on a few little things here and there, so I tacked on an extra 15, which is good because the stuff he added on is probably only gonna make my dump fee go up like $2, and I charge 15, so a little extra profit there for gas. He was helping, so it was like I kind of was cutting him a deal. And the trailer looks like more full than it is because there's a big grill in there and it's taking up most of the space, and we took the drawers out of both the dressers, so those take up a ton of room when you don't just leave them in the dresser. The drawers are still in the dresser and stuff like that. It looked like way less than it is, so 135 for that job is pretty decent. But yeah, job 1 off to the landfill. Then we got a dump. I might just throw this grill away because this next job I think is a full load. I wanted to keep it because it's so heavy and it's gonna be good scrap metal money, but I don't have time for it. Next job I think is gonna be close to a full load. Look at this couch, perfect condition. Oh, that's annoying. All right, first dump fee was, at this point I feel like I don't have to show you guys just believe me. My dump fees are literally dirt cheap. $11.62, got there at 11 a.m. It would have been cheaper than that for $11.62 for a $135 job, not bad. But I got rid of the grill because I need an empty trailer for this next job. That grill was probably like 150 pounds, and I probably added like $1 or $2 onto the dumper seat. That dumper seat probably would have been around 10 bucks. Super profitable job, easy $100 profit for sure on that. Gonna smack my lunch that I packed. First time I ever packed a lunch. Then we'll head to job 2, and we'll talk a little numbers and stuff like that on the way. All right, so I'm gonna talk some numbers real quick. What I did in the month of April, my best month ever, and I started this business a year ago in April, and now a year later in April, I did close to 14K in 1 month revenue, which is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, the month before this, I was doing closer to 7K, and now I did 14K. That's even with me flipping furniture and stuff on the side that I get from jobs. I'm just throwing it in this video because that's my income, and I get the couches and stuff from this business. But I only sold like 2 or 3 couches for like 300 bucks. So that really doesn't matter. I didn't even have to say that. 14K in the month of April, and pretty much by myself. I mean, 1-person show. I had help maybe on 3 or 4 jobs on the month of April. I had a lot of jobs. I was averaging probably 2 a day, Monday through Saturday. And I mean, a lot of Saturdays I didn't work because I turned my ads off, but some Saturdays I did work. So I was doing high volume with like no help, which is good because I'm keeping so much more money doing it that way, but I'm torching my body and I'm way overworking myself. But you know, it's a grind. I'm trying to save money as quick as possible so I can get into real estate. I can get that new nicer truck that I want. start getting dump trailers, getting a Zuzu if I get to that point, have enough to pay for commercial insurance on all those vehicles, all the above. After this next job, I'll go over how I did those kind of numbers pretty much by myself. We're on a job 2. I think it's going to be a decent load, like a $300 load, but it's all by the curb, so I gave her a discount on that. And she was already haggling with me over the phone, but we agreed on $300, and I saw a picture of everything. It's right on the curb, so I'm hoping it looks like the picture, because 90% of the time it doesn't. But I had nothing on the roster, so $300 for this is perfectly fine, hopefully. Wow, I really hope it doesn't start pouring. There's a lot. Update. Started pouring, so I hope it's just a sun shower. It blows over in like 5 minutes. Or I'm gonna have to try to find a rain jacket in here somewhere and get after it. Well, the landfill's closed. I don't know why. This ain't good. I don't know how I'm gonna do the next job. Huh. Alright, well, I was gonna pull in the dump and show you guys this load I got, but it's completely closed. I don't know why. The dump closed at like noon, I guess. Couldn't record me doing the last job because it was absolutely pouring, so I got dumped on and I'm completely soaked. I've been driving around like for 30 minutes since that last job, so I might not look as wet as I was a minute ago, but hair was hanging down. I was completely soaked. Now I gotta go home, drop this trailer off, swap out trailers, get my other trailer, bring it to the scrap yard, scrap all the metal that's in it, and then use that trailer for the next job, because that's the only one that I'm gonna be able to get empty, because I don't have any other dump or landfills around here. So we're panicking now. But that's the plan. After I get this trailer hooked up and we're on the way to the scrap yard, I'll give you guys some tips on how to land more jobs without having to have a second hand, or how to do most of these jobs by yourself or with a customer and all that jazz. All right, so I pretty much just finished out the day real quick, but I got some footage for you guys, so I'll just B-roll it while we go over it. We banged it to the scrap yard, and I was actually on my phone with my buddy the whole time that owns a junk removal business like 40 minutes down the road from me, a little bit more northeast. Not even really, just east. I don't know why I'm saying that. We were just talking, so I didn't get much footage of what was in the trailer. It was like a fridge, some benches, just miscellaneous metal, a bunch of bed frames, because those are always like metal. Just stuff that I've been collecting over like the past month. Pulled that out, and we ended up getting $86 for that, which is nice. It's pretty passive. I'll just like either put it to the side on the trailer, or if I have a full load, I'll just keep throwing it in the bed of the truck, and then when I get home at the end of the day, I'll just switch it from one trailer or the bed of my truck to the one that always sits in the yard, and when that one fills up, we just take it. $86 there. Then last job was a bunch of workout equipment. Not a bunch, like literally like a 1/4 load. And it's actually some nice stuff, and I think I'll be able to resell it on Facebook for $200 to $300. But if I can clear some space out downstairs in the garage, it'd be nice to get like a little workout corner going down there, just so I could, I don't know, work out of the house once in a while instead of having to drive all the way to the gym all the time, and it just be full of people, and it's in the AC, which is kind of lame. And I don't know, it'd be cool to have a little gym at the house for like arm day. There's no reason to drive all the way to the gym to just work out biceps and triceps. Anyways, $140 for that last job and that nice sweet workout equipment. So I don't know what the revenue is off the top of my head. We really can't do profit because we didn't get to go to the dump for that one load. So I'm just gonna do revenue today. Throw open the number in the corner. I know it's pretty decent, probably over $500. So not a bad day. Pretty average for me nowadays, because it doesn't take many jobs to get there. It takes two like half loads to get there, or 1 1/4 full load to get there. So it's pretty easy to achieve $500 a day. You just gotta revenue, obviously, but you just gotta be getting the phone calls. Like, you gotta be able to land 1 or 2 jobs a day consistently. 3 full loads is $1,200 for me, so it's like very achievable. It's just when I do 3 full loads a day, it's like, wow, that's a lot of labor. But anyways, let's hop into the nitty gritty now. How I did 14K last month with very minimal help and no full-time employees, pretty much no one that I can rely on. I just have to find someone and panic scramble when I absolutely need to bring someone. And this is how I did it. I don't recommend this. This is not the best way to do it, but I would say this is probably pretty much the most profitable, because I avoid using employees at all costs doing these methods. But this is what I do. So you got 2 options. First option is overbidding the job. So if you absolutely have to bring a second hand, you can overpay them, so it's easy to find a second hand, because no one's going to come out and do a job with you that only takes takes an hour to make 20 bucks, 25 bucks. Even if you give them 30 bucks, it's like still people aren't going to go out of their way to make 30 bucks like that nowadays. So usually if I'm bidding a job and it absolutely requires me bringing a second person, I overbid it by like 50 bucks. So I'm able to pay someone 50 bucks come out and help me for an hour's worth of their time. And a lot of people will do that. And I usually try to schedule it out like a day or two so I have some time to try to find someone. And like I said, I probably only had to do that like 4 or 5 times at most last month. And that's because option 2. Now, option 2 is you actually get the customer to help if they want to. A lot of the times when you ask if it's a 2-person job over the phone, because you got to figure that out, they'll let you know, yeah, it's a 2-person job, but I'm willing to help, especially if it factors into the price. Like I have customers tell me that all the time, or they just say they're willing to help. And you let them know, great, I can give you a 10% discount if you're willing to help, and that saves me time from having to find an employee. Or don't tell them you're finding an employee, but just let them know it's a lot cheaper for them to help rather than you and bring an employee. Because realistically, if you had to bring an employee, you're going to be charging them like an extra 50 bucks. And if you don't bring an employee and they just help you, they're going to be saving that 50 bucks plus the 10% you give them. And tons of people are going to bite on that. I mean, it's going to be way easier to get those 2-person jobs handled with just yourself because the customer is willing to help. So those are my 2 methods. Like I said, they're not the best methods in the world. They're not the most professional way to go at it. I haven't had any complaints. I mean, I literally have all positive reviews. So it's like, I don't know. It's working for me. It's how I did 14K last month with no employees and probably had a helping hand on 4 or 5 jobs out of the 60 plus jobs I did last month. Yeah, so let me know what you guys think. If you enjoyed, please hit the like and subscribe button for me if you haven't already. And if I skipped over something or you just have another question, just drop it in the comments and I'll try to answer it. And that's really all I got for this video. So I'll see you in the next video. Peace.